Today I'm showing you what I think is one of the best value controllers you can pick up right now, as it's packed with features and even comes with a wireless charging stand. It's been a lot of fun hunting for these really good deals lately on these products and sharing them with you guys. And I think I found another one here that a lot of you are going to like. This is the EasySMX D05. And as I said earlier, I think it's one of the best value controllers you can pick up right now. Now, notice I say value. This is not the cheapest controller you can pick up for sure, but I think it's the best value, or one of the best value ones you can get, as it has a lot of nice features, including RGB and a bunch more that I'll show you in the rest of the video. And it even comes with a wireless charging stand as well, which just makes it feel that little bit more premium. So this was sent to me for free by AliExpress, so thanks to them for that. And as part of that, I'll have some discount codes I'll put down below, and of course a link that gives me some kickback if you would like to support my channel by buying this product, and at the same time you get a good deal. So I got this for £27, or that's at least what the price would have been if I would have paid for it. And I think that's a really good price when you look at official Xbox controllers, which this is a similar-ish design to. They can be like 60, 70, £80 sometimes. And when you consider this still has good build quality, RGB lighting, and the wireless charging stand, I really think that's not a bad deal. And when you'll see I demonstrate it, at least in my testing, it works quite well and it's quite versatile at the same time. So let's see what you get in the box with this, and then we'll demonstrate some of the rest of the features.
Okay, let's take a look at the unboxing experience. And first impressions were good. I like the way they've laid out all the features on the box, and just at a quick glance you can see what you're getting, and it would be a nice box if you was getting this as a gift for someone, as the presentation is just generally good. The inside is pretty basic how they've packaged this, but of course you'll see we've got our user manual. You are going to need this because it tells you all of the button commands for the functions and the RGB lighting, which I will be going through with you and showing you what most of them do. And my first impressions of the controller was good, as I will mention later when I talk about the design. When I saw this on the website, I kind of was not fond of how it looked in some ways, but it definitely grew on me. And when I just got hands on with it, I was quite happy with how it looked, besides a few minor points. And then next up, we've got our charging stand. So you do get your USB receiver, which plugs straight into this, or you can plug it straight into your computer. It's got a USB-C slot on the back, and then the other end of the cable that plugs into your computer is just a standard USB-A, I believe it's called. Get a pretty long cable, it's decent quality. Would have been nice if it was braided. I've been seeing that more often, but it is just a normal coated cable. And make sure you don't throw this away. This is your USB-A receiver that you're going to plug into your computer or any device that supports it. So just keep that in a safe place. This controller is packed with features. I'll go through some of them. So it's using tri-mode, meaning it can be used in wired mode, the 2.4 GHz mode, or Bluetooth mode, but it doesn't say what Bluetooth version is being used, or at least I couldn't find it. It's using Hall effect triggers and sticks. It's got customizable vibration, 2 programmable buttons, a 1000 Hz polling rate, customizable RGB lighting, a 1000 mAh battery with up to 20 hours if you have the RGB turned off.
All right, let's look at the design here, and then I'm going to make some comparisons to my old Xbox 360 controller. So before I received this, I remember seeing the pictures online, and I really kind of wasn't a fan of this gold D-pad. And I remember in the photos, the controller just had more of like a shine to it. It looked like very slightly glossy and shiny. But once I actually received it, I was quite happy with it. So the gold D-pad and the gold triggers are probably not would be my favorite color, but they have grown on me, and I don't mind them now. I wouldn't say I like them, but I would say they just don't really bother me at all. So I'm kind of undecided on them. But the main thing I really liked about the design of this controller is just the overall finish and the subtle details. So at the bottom, the controller isn't see-through at all, so it's completely black. But then as you come up to the top here, it starts to become opaque and you can see through. And then if we go to the back, it's much more opaque, and then underneath, it's the same. So it just has this really nice subtle contrast. I'm generally not a fan of any fully see-through products where you can like see all the internals. That's never really been my thing. But I like the fact that this has like a gradient going up to the top, and then underneath it has the see-through opaque effect. So I don't know, I kind of like it. And again, with the triggers, I'm kind of undecided on the color of these. But it does have a quite a high quality look to it. All the buttons, to me at least, I'm not like a controller connoisseur. I've seen channels where people review controllers all the time. My experience has been, you know, I've had a couple of PlayStation controllers and Xbox controllers through the different consoles. And to me, this feels perfectly fine. If you're a controller connoisseur, then maybe you'd get this and maybe have some more nitpicks than I do. But everything just feels tactile and nice. The thumbsticks are very grippy. They've got this like grip on the outside of them and this little dip in the middle. So they feel very nice in your hands. Mine does, my left one has like a very slight defect. I'll probably get a close-up shot after I film this part. It's got like this tiny little bit of plastic that's sticking up, very minor. But the finish and build quality, to me at least, feel good. And of course we do have the RGB, which looks nice, and you can also change the colors as well, which I will show you in a bit. So let's go ahead and compare this to, I've got an old Xbox 360 controller that I still have, and it still works great. It just shows you how some of these older controllers actually hold up quite well. Now obviously it's worn. You'll see the control sticks here are pretty worn out, and it's not looking too great. But considering how old this thing is, I mean this must be bordering 10 years old or older. The fact that it even still works is just pretty crazy to me. I remember the newer generation, like Xbox One controllers, they would always break. They would have like stick drift and all sorts of stuff. This has never developed stick drift. That you can feel the buttons are a bit more worn, and especially the thumb sticks, they are not as loose as they once were. But everything still works. Everything still clicks, and it's pretty insane. But this gives you a nice comparison in the size to them and their design. And of course, the EasySMX has kind of a newer generation look, so it's more in line with the Xbox One. I don't think I've even owned a Series X, so I don't know what them controllers look like. I'm assuming they're probably pretty similar to how the EasySMX looks. But yeah, the design of it, I really like, and it's grown on me. And of course, you've also got these extra buttons underneath. Now the triggers here, I think I prefer the triggers on my Xbox 360 controller, but it is a really minor thing. Like when I was using this controller, it wasn't like I was thinking, oh man, I really wish these triggers were different or any of the buttons were different. I don't feel like I ever felt that specific. But holding them both in my hand, I feel like I just prefer the thinner, older style triggers of the 360 controller. But it really is a minor thing. All right, let's go through what this function button can do, because there is a fair amount you can do with this. So I'm going to go ahead and power it on. First of all, we'll talk about the turbo mode. So I haven't tested this yet. I will probably do a test after this and let you know what I think of it. But essentially, it seems like instead of having to tap a button, you can hold it and it's going to automatically press it. Now, I don't know if this is going to be flagged as like cheating in some games. It sounds a little bit dubious. But to turn this on, you press the turbo button, which is this button here with the T, and then you press the button that you want to toggle. So you would hold T and then you'd press A. And apparently this works for A, B, X, Y, left trigger, right trigger, the D-pad, the M buttons underneath, and pushing the sticks in. So I'm pretty sure that's all the buttons besides the center buttons here, which of course you probably wouldn't be using. And then you can also adjust the RGB. So to adjust this, you hold the function button and then press right on your D-pad. You'll see it goes through all of the different settings. I might do this in a dimmer room so you can see the RGB a bit better. You can also adjust the brightness of it by holding the function button and pressing left on the D-pad. So that changes your brightness level. I really like that you can do that if you want the effect to be more subtle. And it does look really cool having the RGB around these thumbsticks. It just gives the controller a bit more character, and it feels like it's more suited to you because of course you can customize it. And then you can also adjust the vibration, and you do that by holding the function and pressing up or down. So down lowers the vibration intensity and up raises it, and they do feel really good, the vibration motors in this. They remind me of just most of the controllers I've used with consoles. I don't have a comparison to compare these two, so I can't let you know, on like any newer controllers. My 360 controller is really old now, so I don't feel like that's going to be a good comparison. But to me at least, if you do like vibration, it feels strong. I suppose that's the only real feedback I can give, because I never really have vibration turned on when I use controllers, but it feels quite strong in this. In terms of how it feels beyond that, I don't really have much experience on using like haptic feedback on controllers and stuff, so I can't tell you much beyond that.
I was running a little bit low for USB ports on my computer because I've got quite a lot of stuff plugged in. So I've plugged the wireless stand into this USB hub here. The cable is just going around the back of this light I've got. And then the receiver just plugs into the back of the wireless charger. Now, if you don't want to use this charger, you don't have to. You can take the wireless receiver out of the back and just put it straight into your computer. So at least you've got an option as well. But this also just doubles as a really nice stand for the controller when you're not using it. Probably not the best idea to leave it on here for like really long periods of time. It's probably going to trickle charge the controller constantly, which is not really great for it. So just a little tip there for you.
Good shooting. Double kill. Triple kill. Power items incoming. Enemy got a pot. I see headshots in your future. They never saw you coming. Double kill. An ally's claiming a zone. Outstanding.
So it was quite difficult getting any clips for this video using controller because I haven't used controller much for at least a couple of years. So my muscle memory was really adapted to mouse and keyboard. But because I have used them in the past, I felt like it did come back fairly quickly after a couple of hours of playing. And this controller felt really nice to use. I'm used to using Xbox controllers, so it did suit me in that sense. If you do like Xbox controllers, especially the newer style ones, then I think you'll like this. If you are a bit of a controller connoisseur, I haven't used a ton of other controllers, so it's kind of hard for me to put a lot of fine detail in how the buttons and the triggers and everything feel. But to me at least, they all felt high quality and nice to use. Is one of the many other ways you can use this controller. So if you hold the home and X button for a couple of seconds, it will go into Bluetooth pairing mode, and then you can connect it to pretty much any device that supports controllers. You can also, of course, change the input mode from the X input to some of the other modes it supports as well, but I just stuck with the X input. You'll want to know, when I tried to connect to it via Bluetooth, of course I tried connecting to the name of the controller on my available devices list, but that wouldn't work. So I tried the Xbox wireless controller and it connected to that one. I don't know why there's two separate options. This might just be like a standard thing for controllers because I don't really use Bluetooth controllers very often, but yeah, just bear this in mind.
Here are my final thoughts on this product. It offers a design that has definitely grown on me. It feels good quality. All the buttons feel nice to use, including the sticks and the triggers. And it can be used in so many different ways on so many different platforms. And it also has a bunch of extra features such as your programmable buttons, your turbo mode, RGB lighting, your wireless dock to charge this on, wireless charging stand, whatever you want to call it. So for this price, I think it's just a really solid product for everything that's included within that price. And I also just checked, and AliExpress actually had an even bigger discount on this just now for £24. So you can get this thing at an absolute steal. That could change when this video comes out, but just keep an eye. AliExpress are running deals and offers all the time. So if you can pick this up for even sub £27, like I mentioned at the start of this video, I think this is a really good deal and most people will enjoy it, especially if you like the kind of Xbox layout of game controller. This was really easy for me to grasp and get the hang of because I've used Xbox controllers quite a lot in the past. So if you would like to support my channel and also purchase this product, please use my link down below and the discount codes to get yourself even more money off, and that helps support my channel. I really hope you enjoyed the video, guys. If you did, please leave a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing for more videos like this one. And of course, I will see you in the next one.